Yes. Barber College Success, brought to you by Craig Charles of Crown Cutz Academy, JC, Johnson City, Tennessee, that is, and Crown Cutz Academy, Bristol, Virginia, that is. Spreading love the Tri-City way is one way, but guess what? Spreading love the Crown Cutz way is the only way. And also, I forgot to mention, Proficient Nail Academy, downtown Johnson City, brand new nail school, just opened. It's a sister of Crown Cutz Academy. Check us out, downtown JC. Today, we got a special episode for you guys. We're going to turn the heat up and see what you guys think. Come with your comments. Let us know. Let us know what you think. But before we jump into this episode, I'm going to let my co-hosts with the most introduce themselves. We're going to knock it off the block. Let's go.
Jordan Barr for Bristol, Tennessee. J Barber on Instagram. How y'all doing a good day? Having a good day today?
Ammi Fields, Ammi Your Barber. Marion, Virginia. Ammi's Barbershop.
And again, spreading love the JC way. There's one way, but spreading love the Crown Cutz way is the only way. Shout out to FeedSpot for ranking us in the top 25 in podcasts for 2023 in the world and also in the United States. I think we're in the top 3 right now for Barber Content Podcast. Just thank you to all our fans, all our listeners, all our subscribers. Keep pushing, keep sending the questions, keep sending the love, keep sending how we motivate you guys. We do appreciate it. And again, just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But we're going to jump this thing off and turn the heat up in this piece. Mr. Barr, what you got?
All right, so today I got a little controversial topic. My bad. So me and my boy Jet, he sent me something on Instagram saying like a video that was talking about barbers not being told what to do or when to come into the shop. Like,
who did the video? Because people probably seen it. People listening probably seen it.
Hold on, let me see.
Pretty viral.
Was it Papito
Flito?
Bless Hands?
Yeah,
I think what his name is. Papito Bless Hands. And he was talking about how barbers don't like the fact that we're paying booth rent, but say that they may have like 4 or 5 walk-ins, and you ain't there at the time the shop opens, and you might have, I don't know, you might not come in until 12 o'clock. Like, I don't know, it's maybe you have something come up, or you just don't have an appointment until 12 o'clock, and you just decide not to come in until 12. And he's saying that it's not right for barbers not to come in at that, like at shop opening times. So, how do y'all feel about the whole topic?
Shout out to Papito. I think he's out of Texas. I think Risk Kid is down there. Risk Kid, what's up? Papito, I think he has a barber school, and Risk Kid goes to that school. Shout out to you guys out there. Much love. Keep doing the things that you're doing. What do I think? Ammi, what do you think?
I mean, I see both ways. When I was just a barber, I thought like that too. It's like, hey, like I'm paying you booth rent. I should be able to do what I want when I want. Come in when I want, do what I want. But you worked, what was your job before you worked at were you a barber?
I worked in a factory. I worked in a factory for 12
That was a job
years.
right before you became a barber?
Yeah.
What about, and
During school, I worked at Zaxby's.
Did Zaxby's ever call you and ask you to come in?
All the time.
Did they? Did you?
Yes.
But how much did they pay you?
11.
So you making $11 an hour, and you a barber making $45, $30, $50, $60 an hour, and you gonna roll over, look at your text, and shake your head and say, "Nah, I ain't doing that shit."
No.
I'm just saying,
No.
like but I mean, you got to look at it in both ways. And I spoke to Micah Taylor's. We've talked about this before, and he's like, barbers will be people will be more loyal to a job that pays you $12, $15 an hour, but a job that you making $50, $60, $70, $100 an hour, you roll your eyes at that. you know. And it's like, as a barber, I get it, because when I was a barber, I'm like, listen, man, I'm paying you every week to cut hair here. I'm bringing business in here. I'm getting people in. I'm doing you a favor. But in reality of that, and that's what's happening in the industry, is barbers are more empowered. Barbers feel more empowered now to say, you know, I got my own client. If you got your own clientele, you're creating content for yourself, you're building your own brand, they feel like they're doing the favor. But as a shop owner, you know, something that you create is important and valuable, and it's a lot more work that goes into that than just cutting in the chair. Cutting in the chair is easier than just owning a shop. It really is.
And I think most people don't look at this perspective until they're in charge. When you're not in charge, and I think that's with most things, when you're not in charge, you kind of see your way,
Yeah.
which is kind of a messed up, effed up way. Why I gotta be part of a team and understand team. It's a reason it's called team. And when you work in a shop with a shop owner, you are a team. And when the shop does good, the whole team does good. If the shop look good, the whole team looks good. And I think that perspective, a lot of times, a lot of new barbers, they get discouraged because their thought process is, if I go in the shop, nobody's coming to me anyway. So now here you're saying that as a barber, you should be able to come when you want.
I say that, so if you're the shop owner, do you feel like you need or you should follow the same instructions?
I mean, and then again, you're looking at it twisted. But the shop owner is the one who's paying the bills, who's paying the insurance, who is paying for the cleanup, paying for the internet, paying for the utilities, paying for the toilet paper, everything else. So that's like you telling your parents, say that to your parents. You don't tell me what to do, I tell you what to do.
But I feel like you should set an example.
You are right, but we've all had parents, and we've all had parents who've done some things.
And parents don't, obviously, they're like, because they'll tell you something, you go, oh, why don't you do that? And they're going to look at you crazy. Like,
but it's the same principle. You got.
I know, but I feel like you should lead by example.
So
right.
When you say lead by example, what do you mean?
So let's say they say that the rules is you have to, everybody has, like, for the week, you have to clean the bathroom. Everybody has a week or a day, like a week you have to clean the bathroom. And then when it's his turn, he never cleans it.
No, you can't do that.
Well, that's something. Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
So, and
but we're going into a different.
I
feel like it's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same, but we also have to kind of stick to one topic, because remember, this is.
Yeah.
If we don't stick to this topic, it makes people
it's
understand what your point is. We're not going to solve nothing before this episode is done.
Well, trying to I think connect the dots here.
Yes.
It's like if this person isn't held to the expectation,
then we think that we don't have to either.
Well, one day you want to own a shop.
I do, but me going through what I did, I feel like I have an idea of how I should have my shop ran, or how I should I want people to portray me. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't, like, because I was the one that came in and took them extra five clients. I would be there, but I feel like when it was time for you to leave or you had somewhere to be, it was a problem. That's just me. I don't know.
Well, there's something called chain of command, and the person in the chain of command always have more flexibility. And when you're coming in from the bottom up, you don't have as much flexibility as the person at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And how you get on top of the chain of command is just to build yourself up and understanding your role and being patient and understand the process. And one day you will get there. And that's how it is. I mean, there's a reason some NBA players get paid more money than others. There's a reason why at some jobs, some people get paid more than others. Because in companies, people get classified in the A category, B category, and the C category. The A category will never work with the C. You know why? Because the C category will bring the A category, they'll bring the production down. The B has a chance to move up to the A, but the C never has a chance to go to the A because of their work ethics. And that's how companies classify you. And if you ever want to move up, you never want to get stuck in that C category, because you will never know why you're not moving up. They'll just bypass you with promotions. They'll just bypass you with certain things, and you understand. And you be sitting there questioning yourself, why am I not moving up in this chain of command? Because you don't like coming in on time. You want to set your own rules. You're counting the owner's pocket, why he can do this and you can't do that. I mean, it's...
But if you are a consistent barber, say every day you do come in at 12, but you're 12 to whenever you work, and you work hard, and you come in when you get asked to help, and you do all the extra stuff that you do, you shouldn't catch flack for sleeping in one day. You shouldn't catch flack for having to leave early one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like any job. You know, if you're consistently a good employee, we all slip up. You know what I'm saying? We all miss the alarm. We all got some stuff that comes up we got to do after work. You know, so. In that regards, then, you know, you shouldn't catch any crap for doing anything like that.
But you know, one thing that's undefeated in this industry, how to make money and how to build clientele. It's undefeated.
Yeah, unless your books are 100% full, busting at the seams, you still should come in and try to get them 5 because you're gonna lose 5. I mean, you probably got to lose two clients a month. Or something like that, just because of moving away. Or like for me, I cut a lot of grad school students. They graduate, you know what I'm saying? And if they don't put the next person on, then you just lost the client.
Right. But again, what's undefeated in this industry? What is undefeated?
Customer service.
Customer service. Coming in early, leaving late, especially when you're a brand new barber. Those are the things that raise your income, give you credibility.
What if I
those things are undefeated.
What if I come in at 9 every day and I work till 6 every day? You know I'm gonna be there. 4 days a week I'm working 9 to 5, and you ask me to come in early and I don't want to do it. Does that make me a bad employee?
Well, if you consistently have consistent habits, like 9 to 6, that's consistently. Mm-hmm. 9 to 6, that's consistent. If you come in before 9 one day a week, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that, but again, one of the problems with a lot of barbers, why they get burnt out of this industry and why they lose a zest, because they don't have clients and they're not making money. And one way to build your brand up and to make money in this industry where it's undefeated is to come early, leave late, have a good reputation, have a good customer service. Your sanitation is on point. Those things are undefeated. You can't lose. But if you say you want to come when you want to come, how are you going to build any type of mark for yourself? How are you going to build a brand with inconsistency? I mean, and that's, again, you can't reap and sow at the same time. You have to reap before you sow. I mean, you have to sow before you reap. But most people want to reap and sow at the same time, and they want to grab everything at once. It doesn't happen like that in nothing in life. I don't know where it happens, unless you just hit the lottery in the first time you try it. You just hit that billion. One time you hit that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a personal thing for me, because I was consistently coming in at 10 and leaving later than closing. I was always there. I was always the last person to close every day. I was there till 7:30, 8, 9, 10 sometimes.
So, but what is the issue? You saying you should feel like you should be able to come when you want.
But when it was time for me to do stuff that I wanted to do was a problem.
I mean,
so example.
So let's see.
Make it clear for the listeners.
So I would let's say I had to go, or I wanted to go take a vacation, or
well, use a real life situation. Don't say, well, maybe if I wanted to go on a vacation, use something that
actually happened.
I wanted to take a vacation, and I let them know ahead of time that I was probably going to go for at least a week. That's when I went to California, and it wasn't like a very blunt obvious that he was kind of upset, but he kind of made it seem like he was a little upset about it. And I was like, I don't know why he felt like that. Like, it felt like it was a problem. Like, I don't know. That's just my personal, the way I felt.
Did you and him talk about it?
No, we didn't.
So how you can't assume that he was mad unless because communication is key. Communication make people connect. You connect when you communicate. So until you communicate with someone and say, hey, how do you feel a certain way because I left? You can't put that on them because a lot of times our perceptions is not reality.
So what would you feel like the issue would have been with you leaving? Did you have an idea what you think he was?
Because when I was there, at least he knew that I was going to be there the whole day. But when I'm gone, I feel like he knows something because we at the time we had problems with people leaving during the day and not coming back, and there was less barbers. So I mean, at least that's one less person he has to worry about for that week. That's gonna be like, dang, he's not gonna be here.
Well, then
so I was like,
plus he count on you too, and he know you're a heavy hitter.
I know, I understand that. Everybody's got to hold them accountable too.
Everybody's not a heavy hitter in the shop, and maybe he saw more potential in you that he could get to you because he know where you want to go, your potential if you want to own a shop one day.
That's like any job too. Like, you work in a factory, you're a supervisor, you got like 2 dudes you can count on to do anything. Solid dudes to count on. The other dudes, they just act, they warm bodies. They here just to move boxes. You know what I'm saying? So when that one person doesn't show up, you like, damn. You feel that. Like, you feel like, man, today is going to be a harder day because that one person, and it's not because you're bitter necessarily. I mean, which I don't know the situation. You felt the energy. But did you pay your booth rent while you were gone?
Yes, I did. I paid it right before I left.
Oh, okay. So,
but think about this, right? You had all these athletes talk about stories of Kobe. And what is one thing that is synonymous with all their stories? How hard Kobe worked. You know what I mean? And those things are undefeated. Hard work is undefeated. Reliability is undefeated. Your reputation, when it's clean and great, it's undefeated. And you hear all these athletes talk in good grace of Kobe, and most of them hated him when he was alive. they used to talk,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like Kobe.
I mean, but you heard.
I respected him though.
Why you think rappers? You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. You know what I mean?
You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym.
And he's talking about Kobe. You know what I mean? But think about that. Hard work is undefeated. Reliability is undefeated. A great reputation is undefeated. Those things are just things that set you up to have a great income, to have a good reputation, and to be able to have retention of your clients. That's what, from my perspective, that's what I'm thinking the owner, he saw in you. He's like, man, you want to have a long career in this industry? And a lot of times people don't explain to you what they want from you.
So what are the benefits of being on booth rent, Craig, compared to commission? What are some of the pros and cons to each one of these?
I think before we even get to the pros and cons is something that you have to think about. What do you want for yourself? How do you want to grow? Where do you want to be in this industry? Because I think both of them are great, depending on your skill set and what you bring to the table. But before all that, I think you have to sit down and write up a contract of your expectations and have the shop owner have expectations for you.
And that's the thing that we didn't do. So that's what caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Because
realistic, let me ask you a question. If you start a job and you say, hey man, I want to come when I want, what do you think they would say to you?
No, but you crazy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't just flip the script after you get comfortable and you're making bread now. That's shitty. That's just shitty. That's not respectable. Nobody will respect that.
The problem with barbering is people see the person they're paying. You see the person you're giving your money to. You know what I'm saying? Nobody complains at Walmart because you ain't giving the money to the person. You're just giving it to an employee at Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that person's getting paid hourly. You're not, you give the money to Amazon. You don't care about, they're not mad at the Amazon owner. But when you're a barber or a barbershop owner and you're a client, you see the person you're paying money to. So when they go up in price, you feel like it's a personal thing. Or if you're a barber shop owner, and you're giving money to this guy, you expect him to move a certain way because you're giving him money.
And you shouldn't look at somebody. You shouldn't be in someone's pocket. That's disrespectful. First off, you should not be in someone's pocket. And most barbers want to count the shop owner. Okay, you're getting booth rent from this person, that person, and that person. So you're getting like $1,000 from 4 of us. That's $4,000 a month. You're going to keep what you make. Man, that's messed up. I come in every day and I'm helping this shop. Hey, what about that man helped you, gave you a job when nobody else wouldn't mess with you, wouldn't put you on? And a lot of barbers get it twisted because they don't show the proper respect or just give the proper props to the person who owns the shop after they get comfortable. They just totally flip and switch. Their bad habits just come out.
And that seems to happen more often than not. And then it seems like those tensions bubble up, and then eventually the shop owner, the barber, either leaves the shop or goes to try to start their own shop.
Yeah. So my suggestion is, hey, come up with your expectations for the shop in a contract, and let the owner come up with his expectations for you in a contract, and both you guys settle that before you even start working. So he'll know the expectations of you, and you'll know the expectation of him.
And be honest about the plan.
And
like, what's
honest.
your plan? If you want to be a shop owner, what kind of timeline are you looking like to be a shop owner? Are you trying to be a shop owner in a year, 2 years? You know, what is your long-term goals for this?
Yeah, don't come in and say, hey, can you work with me in your booth rent? And then build your clientele up as he's working with you in the booth rent, and then bounce in like a month or 2 months. I've seen that happen. You know, it be up front. And even like, I remember like our good friend Mikey, he was telling me, this guy came to him and said, hey, I want to come to your shop and work with you and build my skill up. I'm only going to stay with you for a year, but I just want to get my skills up and learn from you. And Mike was like, yo, you got to pay for that. And I respect that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're not just going to come to me for a year and stay and learn from me and build up your skill and then bounce in a year.
Take all my clients.
That's taking.
But the good thing was he set his expectation for Mike in the beginning. So all Mike had to do was say yay or nay. And Mike was like, nah, I'm good. Which is, I respect that. But don't come in with like a wolf in sheep's clothing, and then as you get comfortable, start being a wolf, being yourself. That's dirt. And a lot of barbers do that.
And there's a lot of new barbers coming out of school, and it's hard to really, I mean, there's not some like, I mean, there is there's professional etiquette, but there's really no, people run their business differently. Every barbershop is different. Every business is different. So when you come into a business, there needs to be expectations for everybody, so you know what to expect. You have to know what to expect, because there's no written in stone way to run a shop. It's not. People are different. Personalities are different. So before you even get into a shop, like Craig says, you need to figure out the expectations. What do you expect from me as a barber? Have it put on paper, right? And then you speak to them about what you're expecting from them. What are they going to do for you? What's the shop owner supposed to do for you? And then talk about scheduling. These are things you need to lay out before you just show up, knock on the door, hey, can I have that chair? And then tension happens. You know, and then also share your plan, your long-term plan with what you want from this industry and how you expect to grow, and just be upfront about it, you know, and instead of just like, because some barbers want to slide and do stuff on, you know, do stuff behind, like just be, we grow.
And then come in the middle of the night and take their stuff and bounce.
Yeah. And then you give them a key to the shop, and you come in and their stuff's cleaned out.
That's the dirt bag way.
Dirt bag. The blue turd way.
Yeah,
And my favorite word, dirt bag.
I love dirt bag. I call my kids dirt bag.
Barber College Success, brought to you by Craig Charles of Crown Cutz Academy, JC, and Crown Cutz Academy, Bristol, Virginia, with my guys, the co-host themselves, Mr.
Ammi Fields, Am I Your Barber?
And Jordan Barr for Bristol, Tennessee. J Bob on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Peace.